Good show, everybody. Good show, everybody.
Starting with the spark, turned into a flame. Built a legacy, now they know our name. Through every high, through every fall, we stood tall, we gave it our all. Every step, every mile, every heartbreak, every trial. Now we stand, hands held high, underneath the brightest sky. It's our anniversary, light up the night. Raise up the banners, we earned this right. Through the sweat, through the grind, we left no dream behind. Now we shine in the Hall of Fame. Nothing around here will ever be the same. They said it impossible, we proved them wrong. Turned up the volume, wrote our own song. Every late night, every long day, led us right to this golden stage. Every tear, every might, lit the fire, sparked the light. Now we stand, hearts ablaze. This is history, we're here to stay. It's our anniversary, light up the night. Raise up the banners, we earned this right. Through the sweat, through the grind, we left no dream behind. Now we shine in the Hall of Fame. Nothing around here will ever be the same. For the dreamers, the fighters, the ones who believe. For the battles, the lessons, the marks that we leave. This is a moment, this is our time. A legacy rising forever and shine. It's our anniversary, light up the night. Raise up the banners, we earned this right. Through the sweat, through the grind, we left no dream behind. Now we shine in the Hall of Fame. Nothing around here will ever be the same. Years in the making, now here we stand. A Hall of Fame story, written by hand. We said anniversary, light up the night. Raise up the banners, we earned this right. Through the sweat, through the grind, we left no dream behind. Now we shine in the Hall of Fame. Stronger, louder, we own the game. Years in the making, now here we stand. A Hall of Fame story, written by hand. To my city where the lights shine bright. Stepping out the ring and onto the mic. Golden locks, blowing shades on tight. I rule the airwaves, I own the night. Crank up the volume, feel the heat down. Turn up the dial, let me preach. Running this town with a steel cake smile. When the bell rings, I do it with style. I'm the Lord of Saturday night. One hand thunder, taking the mic. Bodies tell the truth, no fear, no fight. Bow down, cause I rule tonight. I'm the Lord of Saturday night. Blonde hair, thunder, taking the mic. Bodies tell the truth, no fear, no fright. Bow down, cause I rule tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to RAWF Radiversary Night 1 of our Hall of Fame edition, our 13th anniversary here in RAWF. I am your host, Lord Amadeus, the President and CEO of RAWF. Joining me tonight, a Hall of Famer in his own right. He will be inducted tomorrow evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
muchachos!
He is El Vacant. Hola, El Vacant.
Hola, muchachos. ¿Cómo está, mi amigo?
Look at you. Look at you all dappered up there.
Oh, yeah, you like to touch? See?
Right? That's a very nice, very nice, very nice. All right. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of year. It is Hall of Fame induction ceremony. If you haven't joined the scene to congratulate our new Hall of Fame class, it has been posted. It has been I sent it out quite a few days ago, or not actually yesterday. Not quite a few days ago. But at any rate,
It
you
feels
can
like so much is happening.
you can do a red carpet interview for Sasha Camaro for extra bonus points. So feel free to do that and congratulate our new Hall of Fame members that will be going in 3 tonight, 2 tomorrow night, and we'll be getting to those in just a little bit. But first, let's take care of some other business really quick. First, let's get to some GM reports. I'm going to call on Extreme Enigma, the Arcana Clash GM. Enigma, are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right, what do you got for us in Arcana Clash?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Season 11 signups did go up, and they're already over. Don't you love it? You gotta hop quick or you get left out. We have our 20 members for the season, and here they are. King Jobu, Jason Richter, Allie Knight, Destroyer, Maeve, Miss B, Big Papa, Minifay, Wildfire, Psy, Redneck Avenger, Iho Del Segador, C Symbol semi-retired, Chris Cage, La Legend, Ken Costa, Paragon of Greatness, Scythe, Hotshot Chaz, Kenza, and finally, drumroll, Stormtrooper of Death.
All right. All right, should be an interesting season, and well, of course, the winners of those two tournaments face off. Correct? Or did you make any changes, or is it standard? This.
I'm still working on a way to make this event truly unique, but I figured it's been too long and I want to get a championship match ready for the next pay-per-view or maybe even before. So, same format, 2 tournaments, those winners face off, and then they get the champ.
All right. Anything else to add?
No.
All right. Excellent. Thank you. We'll be talking to you a little bit later in the program.
Yes.
All right. The only reports we got are from Unstoppabot, and so tags are still open for signups, but will be closing tomorrow. Extra Points tournament is now open for signups and will be closing in 1 week. So you got about 24 hours left to sign up for tags, and another week to sign up for the new Extra Points tournament. And if you notice, the top 10 for the season was posted a few days ago. At number 10, Hotness Overload. Number 9 was Collision Course. At number 8 was Thunderstruck. Number 7, Mick Nelson. At number 6, Crown Control. At number 5, the Cage Shakers. At number 4, Hotness. At number 3, Two Miserable Effers. At number 2, Spice and Flame. And at number 1, once again, Swords and Scimitars. And we'll talk about that in just a few moments. But that is your final top 10 for season 3 of 2026 in the RAWF tags. You have 24 hours to sign up for the next season. All right. I think that's it for reports. Why don't we just go ahead and jump right into rankings? El Vacant, if you would, sir.
Oh, we're going there already? All right, I thought I had a little time. Hold on, give me a moment. Let me pull them up. Here we go. All right, everybody. So this is rankings as it stands right now. It's 10 out of 14 matches, 10 out of 14, leaving 4, including Radiversary itself. You guys can do math. All right, here we go. In 25th place, we have, Maeve, you look beautiful dressed, by the way, Maeve, but you're currently in 25th. In 24th, we have Claymore. In 23rd place, we have a Hobo Ezekiel. Clickety clack, it's a hobo attack. In 20 sale in 20 what the, that was not even English. In 22nd, we have our newest ninja, Solitude. In 21st, we have Kenta. In 20th, we have Chev. In 19th, we have Teflon Sheik. In 18th, we have Minifee. In 17th, we have Psy. In 16th, we have DVT. In 15th, we have Blake motherfucking Bradley. In 14th place, we have Hotshot Chaz. In 13th place, we have, hold on to your seats, because it's an earthquake. We have Jason Richter. In 12th place, we have, you know what, I don't know if I like that. I have to work on that for next week. I can come up with a better word. All right, in 12th place, we have Chris Cage. Look at that. The Doctor is in 11th place. That's right. Dr. Kent is in 11th place, which brings us to our current top 10. In 10th place, we have, one of my other favorite redheads in the company, Wildfire. In 9th place, we have Simply the Best. In 8th place, we have Michael Brewer. In 7th place, we have Luke the Power Player Cage. In 6th place, we have this season's extra points winner, the Diesel Warrior. In 5th place, we have Honey Apples. That's just fun to say. In 4th place, we have Miss Beautiful. In 3rd place, well, as comes no surprise to anyone, Mr. 3rd place is in 3rd place. That's right, Dylan Neptune. In 2nd place, with a bellow, is Denzel the Giant. And in 1st place, if you've been paying attention, this doesn't come as any surprise. Paragon of Greatness.
All right, and this is your current rankings as of 10 of 14. Still plenty of time to get caught up or catch up or even fall behind, I suppose you could say.
You could.
You could. Is that playing?
I don't hear anything.
There we go. All right, there we go. Anyways, so that is your top 25, 10 of 14 rankings here. Paragon of Greatness still at number 1, as you said. Still, I like seeing some new names on there. Miss Beautifado, Honey Apples, Solitude, some, looking very, and of course Jason Richter fell a little bit this week, but I'm sure he can recover from that. All right, let's take now a look at Radiversary, the lineup we have thus far. So Radiversary coming to us live, of course, tomorrow night, Rocket Arena in Cleveland, Ohio. First match, a Texas death match between Ken Costa and Lars Hellstrom. These two have had their issues, certainly. Hopefully they figured that all out tomorrow at Radiversary. Next up, the casket match between Mark Caliber and the Soul Reaper, and I sure to hell hope they get that all settled. Don't you, L.A.?
It would be nice. I don't know why you just called me L.A., but...
Did I call you? I called you
You called me your name, yes.
Anything goes... Whoop. Stop. Go back. There we go. Anything Goes Championship in a Fubar City street fight. It will be RA defending the Anything Goes Championship against Chris Cage, one of Chris's many matches tonight.
Many matches.
Many matches. He is in several matches. There's no doubt. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, only 3, but still, that's still a lot. Considering the magnitude of the rest of the matches he's in, that's quite a bit. So, yeah. Who do you like here, since we haven't had a chance to talk about it? Does RA retain this? Do you think Chris Cage's mind will be in other places during this match?
I actually do. I think Chris Cage's brain is going to be somewhere else. I don't think he's going to have a lot of attention for this match. And I think you only take a title away from Redneck Avenger if you're paying attention. So I think Redneck's got the advantage here.
All right, I don't disagree. Moving on, let's take a look. We have Champions Choice Championship. Aaron McFadden will defend against Extreme Enigma. And I don't know if there's an official title for this match, but I know that there's a set amount of moves that Enigma can do, and apparently he has to keep his mouth shut, act like a silent screen actor.
Oh, that'd be torture for them.
That would be. So that is the Champions Choice Championship matchup for Radiversary. Next up, Ultimate Gauntlet Championship. This was just what happened a few days ago, reported by the Paragon of Greatness. Ultimate Gauntlet was run successfully by Strangleheart. He will challenge Denzel the Giant, and Denzel has a lot of matches tonight. This is only his first of many. What do you think about this?
I'm gonna go with Denzel on this.
I don't disagree. Although, to be fair, Strangleheart, I don't know. Denzel's mind is going to be in so many places tomorrow. It's going to be crazy.
I would normally agree with you, except I don't think he thinks during his matches. I think he just smashes.
All right, fair enough.
I don't think there's a lot of technical, I'm going to do... I think he just goes Hulk smash and then eats his opponent. Why am I getting that look?
No reason, except can you still hear me?
See?
It's not. All right. Me? I can hear you.
Is this
there we
on?
go. Okay, finally I'm getting some. It was telling me I was having connection issues. All right, let's go back a little bit.
I mean, I don't know if they can hear you, but I'm sitting right next to you, so if I can't hear you, there's a problem.
All right, Powerball Championship. It'll be Paragon of Greatness defending against Redneck Avenger. That's going to be a good one. We heard them talk last week. Had quite the conversation, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
So, White Lightning Championship. Denzel the Giant defends against Wildfire, who is to be going into the Hall of Fame tomorrow night. What do you think? Does she celebrate her Hall of Fame induction by upsetting Denzel the Giant for the White Lightning Championship?
I can't pick against the redhead. Although technically they're both redheads. I think the odds should be in Denzel's favor, but I would be loath to count Wildfire out of this.
I can't count Wildfire out of this. I mean, this is a special weekend for her, so we shall see. I'm gonna lean toward Wildfire. This might be the one match Denzel has that I predict he doesn't win. Then again, there might maybe that national championship. We'll see. All right, Hatfield and McCoy the championship. Denzel the Giant defending against Teflon Sheik. I think we both can say simply who we want to win here for certain.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm actually kind of hoping that he rips his arm off and beats him down with it, which will make him not fight better later.
That would be nice.
Maybe.
So yeah, Denzel's fourth. Denzel's what? Was that his fourth, third, something like that? Anyway, he's got four. All right, so he's got 4 total matches tonight. Multimedia Championship, Brewer defends against Maeve O'Hare. We spoke about this one at length. We shall see what happens here. Will Maeve win her first RAWF championship in quite a while? I think there's a pretty good chance, don't you?
I'm all team Irish on this one. I think we're gonna have Anu, and I can't wait to see what she does with that, though.
Me too. I hope so. No offense, Brewer. Triple Crown Championship. The Immortal Griffith defending against DW and Chev. In light of some new information just come out, I'm kind of in on the board that Griffith is going to retain here because I think Chev has a second match that he might deem more important. I'm not sure. We shall see.
Oh, he didn't tell me.
We will tell you in just a moment here about that match.
I mean,
But
I thought Griff was going to win this anyway, but like if you're taking the wild card and saying it's not a wild card anymore, then yeah, that kind of.
I'm just saying this is not his only title opportunity of the evening, as he will go on. So a special story here. Kicker, who was the reigning estrogen champion, has suffered an injury and will be unable to defend the title at Radiversary, thus vacating it. So the opportunity at the estrogen title goes to the winner of the Biatch of the month, which was Destroyer, and the runner-up of the Biatch of the month, which was Wildfire. Destroyer will get to go first in the champion's position, but these two will square off again, this time for the vacated estrogen championship. Destroyer winning Biatch of the month over Wildfire. Your thoughts here? Did Wildy learn her lesson the first time, or does Destroyer have her number?
I don't know. I think this is going to be a hell of a match. The first match to get into this was a hell of a match. I think right now Destroyer is going to have a mild advantage. One, because she has the momentum, but also because she isn't facing Denzel 30 minutes before this match.
Nor does she have a tag team title to defend as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Destroyer and Wildfire go at it for the vacated Estrogen Championship. For the men's championship, in what was one hell of a comeback by Chev, defeated Teflon Sheik in the Arsenal of the Month final, and he now will face Blake Bradley for the men's championship at Radiversary. And of course,
I'm
Blake going.
That's what you were referencing.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm referencing. Blake versus Chev. I'd still lean towards Blake here.
I am leaning towards Blake.
Yeah. But then again, Chev has shown that he's a good competitor over his first couple months here in RAWF. We shall see. Do you see Chev walking out with any gold tomorrow in his two title matches at all?
Honestly, I don't. But I think also some of it's luck of the draw. I think he's in one match against Griffith, which is he's hard to get a title off of, and the other match is against Blake, who is getting inducted tonight into the Hall of Fame. I think he's going to be riding high.
Yep, in just a few moments, actually. Once we get done talking about Radiversary, we will probably be doing our first induction. But moving on, we have for the tag team championship, Spice and Flame, Wildfire and Big Papa defending against Teflon Sheik and Claymore for the tag team championship. And of course, Swords and the Scimitars, this is our second straight opportunity of the tag team titles. Very persistent this team is, and of course, the longest reigning tag team in RAWF history.
Asterisk.
Can Spice and Flame fight them off a second time?
I believe so, yes. I think Claymore has been kind of phoning it in lately, and Teflon's got a lot on his plate.
All right, well, we find out. Should be very interesting. Let's get the rematch from Immortal. Next up, for the Fubar City Championship, Teflon Sheik defends against Menifee. I think we both decided we want to see Menifee win this championship really bad.
Yes.
Will it happen, though? We find out tomorrow night at Radiversary.
We're also hoping that somehow her top gets ripped off in the middle of the match, but we don't need that.
Midnight Hobo Championship, Iceman Jer defends against Hotshot Chaz. I'm leaning toward Chaz. I think that's who I think Chaz is his. It's his time. I think he's been without gold for long enough. I think he gets the win.
He's currently having a better month than Jer.
Yeah. So I think we see some hot shot things for that Midnight Hobo Championship tomorrow. National Championship, Denzel's fourth match of the night, challenging Killer Neptune for the National Championship.
This is the one I don't think Denzel is likely to win.
I don't either. I mean, considering everything he's got to go through before he even gets to Killer Neptune, and Killa's just going to be sitting there waiting. Yeah, this one's going to be. I think if Killa doesn't retain, I will be shocked. But then again, this is not just for the national championship. If you look at the rankings, this could be for a shot for a place in the world heavyweight contendership match as well.
Depending how the other 3 matches go.
Because this one will be Denzel's ranking match. This of all the matches, this will be his rankings match. So this is actually pretty key. I mean, if he wanted to, the rest of those matches, he wants a shot at that World Heavyweight Championship. This is the match he's probably got to win.
And you have to believe that is what his eyes are on, right? Like it's not.
Yep.
I don't think he's going to be trying to win this match because he desperately wants to be national champion. I think he wants to win this match because he wants a shot at the big belt.
Exactly. And right now, he and Killa neck and neck for that number 2 position. Denzel with the slight edge at the moment. Platinum Dragon Championship, Cage versus Cage. It is Chris Cage defending against the power player, Luke Cage. I'm going to lean towards Luke on this one.
I am. No offense to Luke. I think he is capable, and I think he'd make a great champion. I just think in this scenario, I don't think he's going to get past Chris. Simply because, like I said, in the past, I've said, Chris is very motivated when he really wants something, and what he really wants right now is to be one of the very, very few people who have ever held both the Platinum and the World title at the same time, and he can't do that if he loses this match before he even gets to the main event.
Yeah, I mean, you have a point there. You do have a point there, but I don't know. This is going to be a good one for that Platinum Dragon Championship, no doubt about it. And then, of course, our main event for the World Heavyweight Championship, it will be Teflon Sheik defending against Chris Cage. I think we both know who we're pulling for, but at the same time, Sheik shocked me last month with a successful defense. He shocked me by winning the title the month before. I'm not gonna lie. I think if this is the best version of Sheik we've seen, and you look at all the matches he's involved in and everything he's accomplished over the last couple months, Sheik right now is at the top of his game. This is the best Teflon Sheik we've ever seen.
Is he though?
Well, convince me I'm wrong.
Hold on. Let me just. Where was that piece of paper I had here just moments ago? 19th. 19th.
Well, you know, when you're already the world champion, you're already have.
I'm going to back up. He doesn't get that excuse because that is the man who, when other people kind of coasted when they had that belt, went on and on writing about how if you're the world champion, you should be in the top spot. You should be representing. If you're slipping down, it's because you've lost your edge or you've lost the eye for the prize. Those are his words. He has said it, so I'm going to hold them to them. He's the world champion, but he is in 19th place.
All right, that's fair enough, I suppose. That's fair enough. But if he retains against Chris Cage, it doesn't matter what he's ranked. That's all.
That's true. It's a fair point. But if he does, there's a non-zero chance he has to either face Paragon or Denzel next month. So it may just be in his best interest to not win so he doesn't get destroyed. Like we shall see. The belt. Paragon wants revenge. And Denzel, as I said, he likes to eat people.
All of those are very good points, no doubt about it. Radiversary tomorrow is going to be one hell of a night, one hell of a card.
Ouch. Did you catch that?
I did. I see that. Miss O'Hare out there says that she beat him this past week. So, well, I might bring it down even further. Who knows? Which is good for number 25. I want to. All right. So that is your lineup for Radiversary, including, of course, the Judgment Memorial Tournament, which if you haven't signed up for, you still have until 8 o'clock p.m. tomorrow night. When we will go live here on Blog Talk for Radiversary. And The tournament is in sign up still. The Judgment Memorial Tournament is in the events tab. And right now, it's a pretty good turnout for the Judgment Memorial Tournament. I gotta say, we are up over. I think we're up over 80 people, 82 at this point. So that's gonna be a pretty sizable tournament. 2,500 wrestler bucks to the winner, 1,000 wrestler bucks to runner up, 500 wrestler bucks to semifinalists, and 250 wrestler bucks to the quarterfinalists. A generous payout for Judgment, which he deserves in his memory, certainly. All right, let's talk about the undercard for Radiversary, and when we do that, who do we talk to, El Vacant?
My Mad Dog buddy, Randy. Randy. Okay. Hello? Uh-oh. It may have gone dead.
Hey, what's going on? How's everybody doing tonight? I'm here.
How are you, man?
What happened there? I don't know. We'll figure it out later.
Weird. I don't know.
It is actually being weird. All right. With that being said, Randy, what do you got for us for tomorrow's Radiversary undercard? All right, here's what we got. I got some really good matchups, and of course, this is the 13th anniversary, so I expect nothing less. Extreme Enigma will take on Deez. Anthony Patrick will take on Gorgonio. Allie Knight to take on Psycho Girl. Ooh, this is an old school matchup right here. This is something out of the history books here. Simply the Best to take on, in his first ever RAW pay-per-view, the Perfect German. Hobo Ezekiel takes on Jason Richter. That's another good one there.
Wait, Perfect German is in RAWF?
Indeed, he just signed a couple days ago.
All right.
Sassy Applebee, battle the apples. Sassy Applebee is to take on Honey Apples. Which kind of apple do you prefer there, El Vacant?
The kinds I can eat.
I'm not taking that any further. Solitude takes on Claymore. Dr. Kent to take on Badass Billy. Joe Boo takes on DVT. Miss Beautifatal takes on Cougar Knight. Ciro El Napolitano takes on Knox Boogie. Big Papa takes on Mystic Maniac. Evan Deadly takes on Toxic Megatron Avenger. Mick Devilson takes on Jim Steele. Cyanide Harvey versus Sisaloo. Lady Evilita takes on Luzon Warrior Queen Falcon. Killin' El Lobo takes on Roger the Pirate. Fusion Skull takes on Arrows 15. Sean Hitman Hurd takes on Black Lilith. Steve the Stud Johnson to take on the Razor. Winnie takes on Money Sue. Sophia McFadden takes on Olivia McInnes. Rick Nelson takes on Kitty Kabam. Scythe takes on Natalia Nitro. Caden Steele takes on Leo. Mark Caliber takes on Hot Cheese. Mancunian Maniac takes on some newcomer named Purgatory. Slashy takes on Le Legend. Marquis de Sade takes on Magnificent Michael. Tad Beaglewolf Dennis takes on Joey A. Undertaker takes on Starlight. Beast takes on Stormtrooper of Death. Soul Reaper takes on Papa Shaker. Crazy Serb takes on Dark Warrior. Uber Vegan TPO takes on Draven Blackbird. And Tigress takes on the Minion. That is your undercard for tomorrow's Radiversary. All right. Thank you, Randy. However, conspicuous by his absence is the Golden Dragon Kenta, who had a very special challenge laid out earlier to RAWF. Did you see that, El Vacant?
I did.
Let's find out if he's chosen an opponent for that. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the current reigning Superstars champion.
One time for the people in the rafters. One time for the ones that they laughed at. Yeah. Yeah. Walking down the ramp, gold scales on my back. Every step heavy like I'm dragging all the past. They said know your place. You a footnote kid, now the headlines. Flaming my fist, I took every cheap shot, every boo, every loss. Turned it down to a crown, made a throne from the cars. They built a glass ceiling, I turned it to sand. Now it's dust on my boots when I raise my hand. You feel that rumble? That's the tide getting loud. Every scar on my knuckles is a promise to the crowd. I'm the golden dragon, breaking every chain. From the nosebleeds down to the barricade, they chant my name. I hear golden dragon. I don't bow, I don't fall from the fire, from the struggle I was born sitting gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is the Golden Dragon Kenta joining us now. Good evening, Kenta.
Good evening, boss man. Good evening, senior vacant.
See, he gets it. He says hi to me, unlike some people.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing wonderful.
I'm doing pretty well. I'll be doing better later.
Oh yes, congratulations on the
Thanks.
on getting inducted.
All right, so Kenta, who will you be? Did you get? Who are you going to be taking on in this 1 million coin challenge?
Oh, I'm gonna pick someone who I always wanted to face on a pay-per-view. Someone who I have a deep respect for. I'm picking the former multimedia champion and Fubar City champion, Sibel Office, for this match.
All right.
And since she also offered to offer her 1 million coin challenge, it's a 2 million coin challenge in total. So
Yep.
this is a truly golden open challenge for both of us.
All right, I'll have to remember to send you both invites to a 1 million coin donation tourney so that we can get that banked. But so that is the matchup: Kenta versus Sai. 1 million coin, 2 million coins technically. Technically, it's 1 million though, because I mean, you're getting if you put in 1 million, you're getting 2 million back, so you're only getting 1 million. But at any rate, why Sai?
Well, she believed in me when all of you did not believe in me when I was Platinum Dragon champion and when I beat Griffith for the multimedia championship. And me and her are good friends, and I want to fight her in a pay-per-view. Let's be honest, since I lost the championship, multimedia and Platinum Dragon championship, everyone thought that I'm gonna be put down back to the undercards. No. As you all know, the Golden Dragon makes his own opportunities, and I chose option C, ladies and gentlemen, and that's why I laid out this open challenge. And since Sai is also a close friend, and I want to help her out, we both get to the main card, and we both get a good payday out of it. So that's why I picked Sai.
All right. Well, good luck to you tomorrow against Sai. Certainly. That's a lot of coins. I hope. I assume that doesn't. I assume you can afford that.
Of course I can afford it. I'm the Golden Dragon.
All right, that's cool. That's cool.
Sell a few
So
scales,
it.
he'll be fine.
He gets it.
All right then. So with that being said, any final words for Sai since that match is just we're just now getting taking place here tomorrow.
Sai, you and me, we both respect each other. We both know each other's game by now. But tomorrow, let's get violent. Our friendship is thrown out the window, and the only thing that's gonna be in that ring is blood, sweat, and tears. That will be all from me.
All right, the Golden Dragon, ladies and
Before I
gentlemen.
leave, I also have a couple of things to. I have a message from my absolute domination brothers to their respective opponents.
All right.
To Blake and Griffith, Chev says, "Enjoy." I'm reading it off from my phone, so don't kill me. Enjoy those titles, because the next thing you'll wake up to is me wearing them. And to Killer Neptune from Denzel, he just basically said, "I'm gonna eat the fish."
No, no,
So,
that's not right. He said, I'm going to eat the fish.
oh,
There you go.
that's how I said it, but I'm just being mellow about it. I'm not gonna shout on the radio show like Denzel. But yeah, those are my message for from them. That's all from me. Have a great day. Have a golden day, and once again, congratulations, El Vacant. Bye bye.
All right, that was Kenta, ladies and gentlemen, the Golden Dragon Million Coin Challenge tomorrow at Radiversary against Sai. All right, so let's get started, shall we? Our first Hall of Fame induction. Our first inductee is a former world heavyweight champion, amongst many accolades here. One of the great storytellers, honestly, here in RAWF. And here to induct him is El Vacant. El Vacant.
All right, hold on, let me get ready here. Gotta look important. Reset tux. All right, everybody. Well, as you just know, we're here to talk about Blake. So, made some notes here. Tonight is one of the most important nights in the RAWF calendar. It's the night before Radiversary, the night where we honor those that have had outstanding achievements and legendary careers, the night we induct those worthy individuals into the RAWF Hall of Fame. And tonight it is my honor and privilege to be the one to induct none other, and I'm going to say it the way I say it for the last several years, Blake motherfucking Bradley, a man unlike any in this industry who has made an indelible mark on this company and this locker room. In his time in the RAWF, he has been, and stay seated because this is a long ass list. He has been a one-time Psycho Corner champion, a one-time Hatfield and McCoy champion, a one-time Anything Goes champion, a one-time multimedia champion, the first ever Iron Fist champion, a two-time Superstars champion, a two-times Men champion. He has won the Arsol tournament 4 times and the extra points tournament twice. He has been the Triple Crown, the Midnight Hobo, the Platinum Dragon, and the RAWF World Heavyweight Champion. A list of achievements matched by very, very few people in the RAWF history. There is no doubting that in that ring, his abilities, well, they are unmatched. On top of that, Blake is one of the best mic workers in the RAWF, if not this industry as a whole. He has captured the imagination and attention of RAWF fans worldwide over and over again. Blake has been many things to many people in the RAWF. Enemy, ally, friend, bitter rival. He's been to the highest peaks of wrestling and he has seen the darkest parts of our industry that our industry can dish out, and he has managed to rise above them. Most recently, he's managed to overcome his own demons, both personal and external. He has shed the crutches he leaned on in the dark and the influences that led him down the darkest paths. Through everything, he has found his way back into the light, on a more righteous path, and into the hearts and minds of the RAWF universe once again. Now, I've been an avid supporter of Blake since he first arrived in the RAWF, and I have watched his career closer than perhaps anyone else. And it is my pleasure, my honor, to welcome him into the 2026 RAWF Hall of Fame. Am I supposed to sing a song now, boss? Like, standing in the Hall of Fame. What? Hello? Hold on, we may have lost the boss man.
No disguise, no hollow grace. Every scar still owns its place. I don't run, I don't forgive. I live for the edge, I was born to resist. They try to cage me, break me clean, but fire can be held in chains unseen. And when I walk, you feel the weight of a name that broken love to hate. I was built for war, can't break me down. Say my name, Blake Bradley loud. You kept silence, what survives? Look at me now, I'm still alive. I was built for war, no backing out. From the ashes I still shout. Not your savior, not your crown. Look at me now, go on, look at me now.
Wow. Who would have thought 4.5 years ago, when I joined RAWF, that I'd be standing here in front of all of you today, being inducted into the RAWF Hall of Fame. Now, don't worry. I'm not going to bore you all with some long-ass acceptance speech. I didn't come here to spend 20 minutes talking about titles, accomplishments, or trying to convince everybody how great I am. I really just want to say that it didn't take me long to realize that RAWF is a special place. I'll defend the company concept to the end because I honestly think it's one of the best. Now, why we still get the same 3 boring interviews every Saturday night instead of people actually talking about the stories going on around here, I'll never understand. But what makes RAWF special has never been about radio. It's the people willing to push creative boundaries, to take risks, tell stories, and actually try to entertain people. If it weren't for people like Kenta, Destroyer, Zeke, Chaz, Enigma, even underrated people like Mark Caliber, Hijo del Segador, and yes, as annoying as he is, Soul Reaper. If it wasn't for people like them, this place would be full of sassies, Sisaloos, and boring as fuck. But it's not just about those names either. There's a lot of fresh faces like Miss B and Minifee putting real effort into what they do and not getting nearly enough credit for it. But I see it. Even if others don't say it, even if sometimes it feels like nobody notices, I notice. And I appreciate you. It confuses a lot of people when I say that I put my stories above championships and accomplishments. Championships are great props, but they come and go. Unfortunately, sometimes being a contender or winning a title doesn't align with your story progression, which is something I actually caught a lot of flack for when I finally won the big one. I refused to change my story around when I won it because in my mind, story trumps all. I want to take the time to thank the people who supported me, the people who supported and participated in my stories. Whether you got mad or you got glad, you all helped fill a void the company needed and helped turn Blake Bradley into one of the most hated people around. That's probably all a lot of you will ever see me as, the hated one, and that's okay. I've sacrificed more than anyone will ever know while trying to move my stories forward. I've lost friends, I've made enemies, I've elevated others, and I'll be completely honest. I'd rather be hated and remembered than liked and forgotten. And if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't change a thing. Lately, I've been getting asked, what's next? What's the next chapter in your story gonna be? And the only answer I can really give is, I think that story has run its course. But anyway, thank you. Seriously, thank you for allowing me entrance into the RAWF Hall of Fame. It truly means a lot, and more than any of you probably realize. Whether you loved me, hated me, rooted for me, rooted against me, laughed at me, got mad at me, or got invested in what I was doing, it means I made people feel something. And at the end of the day, that's all I ever really wanted to do.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello? How's that?
Yep, there we go.
All right.
This is what happens when we come to Ohio. They can't afford good equipment.
And we're at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You'd think we could get good
You would
equipment.
think. But that's the problem. Is all of the equipment here is vintage, too.
Blake Bradley, the first inductee to the 2026 class of the RAWF Hall of Fame. And he proved earlier today, showed earlier today, if you hadn't seen the scene he came out today, RAWF for Dummies. Did you see that, Elvagan?
I did.
He made his point was correct. Everything he said in that scene was spot on. If you haven't seen his scene, RAWF for Dummies, go check it out. If you're looking to get ahead in RAWF, go follow his advice.
Yeah, no,
because
yes, he wrote it, but if you're not sure about whether you can believe him, if you go and look through that scene, other fairly large names in this company have 100% agreed with him, including the blonde guy over here. You know, the boss.
Yep. Spot on and well said. It is Lord Amadeus approved as that scene. So if anybody doesn't know, they need to go read RAWF for Dummies. All right, let's bring in RAWF Hall of Famer, Chairman of RAWF, ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
That's his song, every hit saying you were wrong. Crowd cries out, he don't blink, just one more chair shot, then he'll think he's a champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is RAWF Hall of Famer, the Razor. Razor, how are you tonight?
I am fine, Ella. And how are you tonight? And how about you, Vacant?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, pretty good.
All right, Razor, it's been a great night. Already one person inducted to the Hall of Fame. Tomorrow here at Radiversary, you take on. I don't know if you know. You haven't been around, so you don't know about this Steve the Stud Johnson guy you're facing tomorrow, do you?
No, I don't. But should I be concerned?
Concerned? No. I would not be concerned if I were you. Just know that he's a mad shit talker who can't back it up. At least not to the point. He has talked so much shit to the likes of Griff and Paragon of Greatness in recent weeks, and they have been kicking his ass left and right.
So a flash in the pan, huh?
Wait, who did he have last week? Because I know last week he had like a regular opponent.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
And Steve, why are you going to be nice now? I mean, this is. Oh my word, Razor. You told Sasha. Well, first of all, Sasha's no expert on behaving, so she wouldn't know what it is.
She is an absolute expert on behaving.
But at any rate. But yeah, Steve the Stud Johnson has been doing a lot of talking here as of late, Razor, and this is your opportunity to show him what RAWF is really about.
Well, I can do that, but I can't be held responsible for any medical bills you may receive.
Well, when have I ever held anyone responsible for medical bills I receive? But that's beside the point. All right. All right. Well, we'll see. We will find out if he does indeed have a good superflex and a super kick tomorrow when he faces off with a Hall of Famer on the 13th anniversary of RAWF. But yeah, 13 years now, Razor. It's been 13 years since this company's opened. Can you believe that?
It's been a good long run, and I've been here for a big part of it.
Yes, you have. Yes, you definitely have. You, of course, already in the Hall of Fame yourself. Blake Bradley just went in. Again, tonight we will be putting in Haruki and Tigress later in the program in just a few minutes. Actually, I'll probably do Haruki. So, but that sounded bad. Don't anyone's going to jump on that and go for it, I suppose. Anyways, but at any rate, Razor, anything you got to say to the stud out there? You see, he's trying to behave tonight, apparently.
Well, he talks like he's not going to be nice. I don't want him to be nice. I want him to bring his A game because I'm going to bring mine, and well, I just don't think it's going to turn out very well for the man.
Hold on. Let me just interject here. Steve, let me just be clear. I know you're new here. You don't know. And Razor is not as vocal as he once was. And he won't be the one to tell you this. He is not the chairman of RAWF because he sits on the board. He's called the chairman of RAWF because he takes so much pleasure in just beating people with his pet chair that that's like what he's known for. So just understand who you're going into a ring.
I mean, we may consider putting his chair page into the Hall of Fame someday if he keeps it away.
In fact, you're not wrong.
Right, Razor? How would you like that?
That and Hobo's mustache.
I think Paige would enjoy that.
I bet she would. At any rate. So yeah, that's it in a nutshell. You need let him bring his A game. Let him show you what he's made of here tomorrow, Rogers or Razor. Facing a Hall of Famer. Page for Hall of Fame. Hashtag page for Hall of Fame. Oh boy, we know who Paragon's suggesting next year. All right.
And let me just say to LA, congratulations to all the inductees tonight and tomorrow. They are all well deserving.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's been a great night. And you look pretty good in a tuxedo. Where'd you get that sucker?
Oh, you know how it is. I got things in the closet that I drag out from time to time.
Well, good. Good, good, good. Everyone's looking so nice tonight, all dressed up, ready for the Hall of Fame. I'm excited. And we're going to get to our next induction here momentarily. But Razor, any final thoughts?
No, not really.
All right. Thank you, Razor. Appreciate your time, and we'll talk to you again soon. All right.
All right. Have a good evening.
All right. That was the Hall of Famer himself, the Razor. Let's get our second induction of the evening going, ladies and gentlemen. It is the one and only Haruki, a legend in WU and RAWF. Indeed, is Haruki. And I will be inducting her this evening. So, back in the beginning, when RAWF first started in the spring of 2013, Haruki was one of several GMs I hired initially. Known for her experience in GMing as well as her in-ring accolades, I was pleased to have her sign on in the early days. Her ideas and knowledge were a huge boost to the formative opening months of the company. She won her first RAWF championship on October 27, 2013 by defeating Dr. Payne to become the multimedia champion. She would lose that belt to Stardust only to regain it from Starry a week later, thus becoming a two-time multimedia champion. But her biggest accomplishment on March 9th of 2014 at the very first Unyielding pay-per-view, she defeated 69 Sniper to become the 5th ever RAWF World Heavyweight Champion and go on to main event the very first Immortal pay-per-view on August 13th against Mithras the Title Machine. And while she lost that match and only held the title for a little over a month, her mark had been made. She followed it up later by winning the Fubar City Championship, defeating the legendary Conk on April 27th on RAWF Superstars. Haruki had a reputation for being grumpy. No. But I never saw that when it came to her hard work and dedication. She was a great advisor, and late night Skype calls with her and the other GMs were the highlights of the good old days, something I miss very much. Some very long conversations with Haruki and others during that time. A couple of years in, she resigned as GM and went on her way, making occasional returns to RAWF, but eventually communication lines faded, and if she ever returns, I will welcome her back with open arms. So, Haruki, wherever you are, thank you for your help, your passion, and your counsel to help get RAWF going, and just beginning the start of a 13-year journey. Welcome to the RAWF Hall of Fame, Haruki. And she really was. She was definitely helped greatly in those early days, did Haruki, and I hope indeed someday she comes back to W and finds out she is in the Hall of Fame. That would be wonderful. And at any rate, any thoughts there, El Vacant, on Haruki?
Look, she was very much before my time, but even I was aware of how much work and how influential she was in this company. So that's, I think, says a lot, right? Like, someone who showed up years after she was gone knew what she did for this company.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And as we've always said, if you're a former RAWF World Heavyweight Champion, which is even in those formulative days was not easy to do. Uh, you had to be at the top of your game. You had to be creative. You had to be a winner. And she certainly checked all those boxes, did Haruki. And so a fine addition to the RAWF Hall of Fame, to say the least. All right. Let's check in with another RAWF Hall of Famer here in a second. Nope, that ain't it. All right, technical difficulties. I apologize.
See, I told you when you're like, hey, I know, we'll use all the equipment from the Styx opening tour. Like you guys, I know you're a big fan. I said, like, that stuff is ancient. We can't use it.
It's more like the Rolling Stones, I think. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome
The Sounds of Silence.
the Sounds of Silence until it plays. Here we
Once
go.
upon a time, an abomination. He walked on water and he conquered nations. Could have ruled forever, but he lost his patience. Look at me now, paragon of greatness. First of the fallen and last of the old gods. No use fighting because you can't beat those cold odds. Beginning of time and the end of days. Civilizations crumble under his gaze. Alpha and Omega, the wrath of the God King. Paragon of greatness about to pin you in that ring. Once upon a time, an abomination. He walked on water and he conquered nations. Could have ruled forever, but he lost his patience. Look at me now, paragon of greatness. Eons ago, before time existed, they lived in the heavens and the rain persisted.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the reigning Powerball champion, the Paragon of Greatness. Good evening, POG.
Great evening, Amadeus. It's the Hall of Fame. I mean, we just put in Haruki, and I mean, it does the heart good to see somebody who was so foundational to the company that I love coming into the Hall of Fame. And Blake motherfucking Bradley, I mean, one of the single greatest trash talkers in the history of this business. And I mean, Blake, as somebody that got to watch firsthand, from the direct point of view of the rise of Blake Bradley, it takes the proverbial two to tango, and I couldn't have been more honored to be kind of the champion obstacle in the way of the great Blake Bradley journey. Watching him win that world championship was something that, as a wrestling fan, you can't get a better finale to a big run like that. To see the man finally win the big one. Look, as a wrestler, maybe not so much, but as a wrestling fan, holy crap! Watching Blake Bradley's rise and watching me have to sweat every single week because Blake Bradley's on the rise. I mean, gosh damn, I love that guy. As far as storytelling goes, trash talking goes, way to go, Blake.
I believe he's still having technical difficulties, but so I'll just jump in here real fast. So I got to ask you. Obviously, you've already talked about Haruki. We've already talked about Blake, the two we've done. We have one more tonight, which I don't.
Hey, there you go. Hey man, if there's somebody that can vamp for time and fill for space while Amadeus figures out technical problems, it's old Paragon. Yep. Hey, 8D6 did a great job.
But I was going to say, how do you feel about tomorrow's inductions?
It's funny because the Hall of Fame has been going on. I've been talking about, like, every week I've kind of spotlighted somebody else that I've really excited about. I've talked at great length about Haruki. I've explained just now how much of an honor it was to be on the other side of the Blake Bradley story. I've talked about my tag team history with Wildfire, but I've championed Tigress for a long time, but there seems to be another name that I kind of haven't really mentioned in the entire month for some strange reason. There's
I mean,
like
the
this.
guy that you never seem to notice.
There's this empty spot. What is the word I'm looking for? There's it's like an empty spot in the people I've talked about, but I can't think of the word.
Vacancy, perhaps.
That's the word, a vacancy. So what's that? Nah, just L vacant. I mean, look, I love to play into the gimmick. You know, I do it every single week. You only just recently, I think, picked up and realized that I never acknowledge that you're here when I walk in. That's just doing the bit.
You just didn't like me.
Nah, just doing the bit because there's a vacant.
No, I'm not going to acknowledge the other guy wearing a lucha mask.
Oh no, it's been this bit that I've been doing from day one. Wanted to see, you know, there's Amadeus and the vacant chair. But you know, look, man. Look, man. Well, I mean,
I would have been playing up the Juan Cena jokes way more if I had realized that that's what you were doing.
I mean, what can I say, man? As somebody else who occasionally has to fill into that co-host chair, I know the pressure that comes with that. I know that there's a lot of last-minute scrambling, a lot of having to deal with wild cards and soul reapers out there. You know, there's always something going on, and there you have to wear a lot of hats to be a co-host, and to do that every single week. It's I mean, that stress, that pressure, it's got to mount. It's got to, you know, it's something that requires a lot of dedication, a lot of talent, and really, I mean, to have the personality to come in here week in, week out, entertain everybody, come up with something fresh every week. It's something that even the greatest talkers have to envy, because it's a different level of entertainment, of being present, able to adapt to what's going on, different storylines, different situations. It's a hell of a lot of work, and I mean, my man, you have done it for a very long time now. In fact, for longer, I believe, than any other co-host in RAWF.
That is correct.
And you've kept it fresh every single time. I mean,
I appreciate that. I do try. I did think about something you said like 2 weeks ago. I think about like maybe I had to give myself something at the truck for my Hall of Fame induction. And I came up with it. I think you're gonna love it.
Oh, I'm interested in this.
The Hall of Fame Kint nachos, and they are giant. It's a giant order of nachos with every topping we have.
Oh, okay. I first of all love me some nachos, and I gotta say, I thought you were gonna do a play on the vacant, do something like naked nachos kind of thing, like a just tortilla chips. I was like, oh, I mean, that's funny, but it's not necessarily the greatest menu item.
Right. I want
you go the opposite
because you know I like money.
You go the opposite direction. Instead of nothing, you put everything on there. It's brilliant, my friend. And I'll tell you, I'll be one of the first ones in the line to get me some L vacant. Could you pronounce it again?
The Hall of Famekint.
The Hall of Famekint nachos. That's a mouthful, and so will the nachos be.
See.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, there you are. Were you too busy eating my new nachos?
No, I wish that's what the problem was.
One of the old tubes blew out on the amp, didn't it?
Yeah, something like that effect.
Well, you know, LA, you brought in the right guy to vamp for time.
Yes, I did. Thank goodness. But at any rate, what did I miss?
Gave a shout out to Haruki at Blake Bradley. Finally acknowledged L vacant, but you missed it, so it's off the record. That never happened.
Yeah, clearly didn't happen.
Okay, fair enough. Paragon. Yes, I know you're excited, and I think you blew the amp with your excitement when you came in. But I know you're happy for this Hall of Fame. This is your favorite time of the year, and we are not putting a chair into the Hall of Fame. Just so you know, that was just I was.
No, I really see. If I should be the chair, I think it should be Hobo's mustache. One of my taco trucks. I think the
Hobo's mustache.
Have you seen his mustache? It's pretty.
Okay, if we're putting all that in the Hall of Fame, my hair is the first thing
Right,
to
your
go
wig would
before
go
any
in,
of
too.
that. Okay, my
Yeah,
hair will go.
Yes,
We're not
your
putting
wig also
synthetic
goes
materials
in
in
the
there.
important
Hey!
artifacts of RAWF.
Look, I'm not actually going to go for Paige, but you just wait and see. I will find my next thing, and I will badger you until we have a new category of the Hall of Fame.
At any rate.
What can I say? I love the company. I love its history. I want to celebrate every part of it.
And of course, tomorrow at Radiversary, you are celebrating in your own special way, defending the Powerball Championship against a fellow RAWF Hall of Famer and the Redneck Avenger. You two had your conversation last week. Any final thoughts?
I mean, if I was ever going to have this big match with Redneck Avenger, Radiversary is the time to have it. We're talking about how much I love the history of this company. I mean, this is the pay-per-view that celebrates history. We've got one of the originals, one of the foundational pieces, just like Haruki I was talking about a minute ago. Redneck Avenger is one of those people that helped build the identity of what RAWF became. To see somebody like that I've never had this opportunity against, it's almost poetic, and it's a perfect opponent.
All right. So that is your mission tomorrow at Radiversary. Any final thoughts on this entire weekend, Paragon?
I mean, obviously I've already kind of gone out of my way to talk how much I love this Hall of Fame class, how much I want to congratulate all of them. But I think one more good congratulations out to this class. You're all doing amazing things, and obviously have done amazing things. That's how you got here. Love that we're celebrating our past, some of our present, and some people that are still have better things to do in the future. And I think that's a great balance there. Love y'all. Love this company. It's Radiversary week, everybody. So let's get out there and let's rock Fubar City.
And everyone, just so you're aware, in about an hour or so, when this show ends, will be when Paragon starts his deliberation on who he's going to suggest next year.
He's not wrong.
Bob the cameraman, let's go.
He's actually very serious. But
I support Bob. I think Bob's great.
At any rate, thank you for your time, Paragon. Appreciate you as always, sir.
Thank you.
Next up, ladies and gentlemen, I think we'll go ahead and induct our third member of the evening. She is multiple-time champion, estrogen, Fubar City. You name it, she's probably won it other than maybe the big titles, but she has definitely been a fighter. She is one of the greatest fighters in RAWF. And here to induct her is fellow RAWF Hall of Famer, the Redneck Avenger. R.A., are you there?
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Yes, sir. How are you doing this evening, LA?
I'm doing fine. Are you ready to induct Tigress?
Yes, I am. I'm so much more than ready. This has been something that's been so long overdue. I feel like I'm righting a thing. I wouldn't say righting a wrong because there's so many good people that have been inducted in the RAWF Hall of Fame. But this is righting something with an R, not a W. And let me start from the beginning here. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a distinct honor to be chosen to induct an amazing friend into the RAWF Hall of Fame. I am humbled and honored to do so. Ain't nobody got to tell you that the RAWF is indisputably the premier company for sports entertainment in the world. That's WU World. This world-famous organization is the pinnacle of our sport, and today we honor one of the strongest, sweetest, and all-around complete competitors in our rank. But never let that sweetness fool you. She will dismantle you and destroy you in place in a blink of an eye. And many do not know what it takes to be a Hall of Famer. It takes more than a championship pedigree. Those are a dime a dozen. It takes more than just being a memorable character. It takes being an impact. It takes doing what it takes to matter here. And my sweet dear friend has been all of that and more. She's already a Hall of Fame laureate as one half of hotness. And amongst her accomplishments, 13 different championships, most of them with multiple title reigns and so many tournament wins, you may as well just take notes. So tonight, I honor my dear, dear, dear sweet friend, and I invite the rest of the RAWF faithful to welcome Tigress into the Hall of Fame.
Indeed, Tigress, the third member of the 2026 class of the RAWF Hall of Fame, well deserved.
Oh my
And
goodness,
yeah,
so well deserved. We have
yeah,
such an amazing class this year. We really do.
we do. We absolutely do. All right. So all three members that we have inducted tonight, their official Hall of Fame plaques have been posted in the induction ceremony scene, and I will be putting those up in the Hall of Fame scene tomorrow after the final two have been inducted. But
And I'm going to put
that
this one in there with the title reigns and the tournament wins. But, I'm not going to go through all of that because it would be a very exhaustive list. And that's not what we're here for. It's to just make sure that the right people are honored the right way. And I am so thankful for Tigress. She really is such an inspirational person once you get to know her. But her accomplishments here have been many and wonderful. And she's already a Hall of Famer. It's just time for her to get that ring for herself.
indeed, Tigress, well earned, well deserved. And I have a feeling she's nowhere near done in RAWF. One of these
Not
days,
even close.
yeah, not even close. You're absolutely right. So, congratulations to Tigress as well as Blake, Bradley, and Haruki going in tonight. Tomorrow night, two more. Which please join us at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on the RAWF Radio Network for those two inductions and more talk about Radiversary and 13 years of RAWF.
Yes,
Any
sir. I'm going to induct her in the scene as well. I mean, this is so much
right?
more than worth it. I mean, I'm going to put it in there. But, man, her she and Dees had such a legendary run as tag team champions, and she's like I said, she's had 13 different championships, and very many of them with multiple title reigns. So I mean, like if you want to go to title reigns, it's a different animal, and you make me do math, and that's very dangerous when I'm in this state.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
really don't, because I like put us in the national debt, but she's really done so much, and she's such a good person, but don't let that sweetness and goodness fool you. She will kick the living shit out of you in a blink.
Tigress is a two-time estrogen champion,
Yes, sir.
and both of those title reigns were both identical at 182 days. She held the title from November 2019 at Graveyard Smash until no, I'm sorry, that was not her. At 2020 at Graveyard Smash, and held it until Immortal, losing it to Wildfire at Immortal 8. Fellow Hall of Famer in the class
Immortal
too.
8. Oh my goodness.
All right, and then she won the title again against DW another fellow Hall of Famer, at Jingle Hell Rock 2021. Held it until well into June of 2022. So, yeah, we're Maeve got her. But yeah,
Thank you,
two
Maeve. I
two
love
title
you too.
reigns there. I
Love you to pieces,
and
darling. I really love that you help out with all these stats because I'm functionally dumb, and I just
I mean, look, when I have to order beer from him, when I have to order cases, I can't be like, oh, I need 24 cases. I have to be like, I need a mess of them, or I need
exactly
what was the other one? I need I need
a
a
bunch.
cartload. That was a cartload was one. That was
And a bunch was another.
I screwed up one time and I checked the wrong box and I marked a shit ton, and I've been working off that for like 5 months.
Yeah, because a shit ton to me is relative.
Yeah. Yeah.
And by the way, congratulations, Ovegan.
Oh, it's not till tomorrow, but thank you.
That's all right. Don't have to be tomorrow. I mean, you have done the Lord's work, and I am very, very proud for you too. But Tigress, man, this has been so long coming. It's a great thing, and I'm looking forward to it. So, whenever we come back to my little segment of my, I guess my, oh shit, words are hard right now. Whenever it comes to my little bit of this, that's for me.
yeah,
Razor, I'm gonna need you to come back before I get on air and like hit me with that legendary chair, that Hall of Fame chair, and because I need somebody to like knock my senses back into, knock me back into whack because I'm right, I'm in that buffering zone. Like hit that factory reset and help me out, okay?
all right. Well, while you go back and get factory reset, we're gonna move on, and we'll get back to you in just a
Please
little
do.
bit. All right.
All
What's
right,
that?
buddy. Good to go.
All right, let's bring in another RAWF Hall of Famer. Looking splendid this evening is the one and only.
الروشينا بيوت برانشنا häsnäs Ta du färden an röjmöge som bäpet Ta du bröjrög tjejer Sajlöge sög trill här Resning hävle fion spojnäkar Moroj sinde Kagragam i målor Gøyt levelinen heis
Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely and talented Maeve O'Hare. Wow, look at you.
Do you like it?
You look fabulous. There's no
Well,
doubt
thank you,
about
boss man.
it.
You're looking very nice yourself, and so are you,
Elvacan's eyes
Bacon.
are
I don't
about
know
to
where
fall
you
out of his
found a
mask.
tuxedo big enough for yourself, though.
I had to get it custom made, but it looks good though, right? See?
It looks fantastic on you.
Actually, you know who told me where to go to get it.
I have two suspicions.
He's very old, but not ancient.
Denzel the Giant?
No, I don't think
Now,
he's ever wrestled.
Denzel Lad is loud, not old. Old people can't yell that loud.
Denzel the Giant's father?
People burning. Sorry.
Put your hands up.
Somebody got the reference. No. Her friend Horatio helped me out with where to go to get it made.
Oh, Horatio don't yell. That's true.
No, I'm not.
But he
sure
does have very good taste.
Horatio yell.
I feel like I would have a heart attack and die if I heard Horatio yell.
Anyways, Maeve, looking wonderful tonight. And are you ready for tomorrow? Are you ready for the big multimedia title match?
Well, if I weren't, I certainly wouldn't say it on air now, would I?
No, that's true.
But no, in all seriousness, I'm looking forward to it. I always look forward to our anniversary. As I told Sasha last earlier, I am more excited about Radiversary than I am my own birthday. Just because it means so much to me to be part of RAWF, to be part of this tradition. 13 years is a hell of a run, and here's to 13 more as far as I'm concerned. See, Wildy knows all about how wonderful Horatio is. Everybody loves Horatio. If I met someone who didn't like Horatio, I would not trust that person.
I've never spoken to the man.
You've never spoken to Horatio?
No.
Do you not go over to the?
Have you never been to English's house? Oh, this is awkward.
I don't. Who? No, I don't. I honestly, I mean, I've seen him in clips. I've watched him on screen.
English, why are you not inviting Boss Man over to your house?
I mean, I'm just saying. Yeah,
He's an absolute delight. He is very organized, very helpful. This is going to sound strange. You know Batman, right?
I know Batman.
And you know how he's got Alfred to help him out with everything.
Right.
Horatio's kind of like English's Alfred.
That kind of makes sense. I can see that. I mean, after all, we wouldn't be the first person to reference Griffith as Batman.
Cora misjudgy.
Somewhere he's
but
looking
I'm
down.
very excited that we're honoring him at Radiversary tomorrow with this tournament. And I'm so pleased that there's been a good turnout for it. You said there's 82 folks so far?
I believe so. I believe that's the count I got. But I did go through it quickly. But I believe it's 16 persons per page, and 5 full pages is 80 plus 2 is 82. So, and hopefully, feel free, folks, to join if you haven't.
Yeah, if you have not joined, I dropped the link in the chat earlier, but it's been a moment. Let me find it.
You just wore my damn calculator out.
Well, yeah, because 10 times 5 is 50, and 6 and 5 is 30, so that's 80, and then you have the 2 more, so that's 82.
I just know that full page is 16, and that every time you click next, it's another 16. So until you get one that's not full.
The more you know.
The more you know. I got a question. Did you happen to read Blake Bradley's RAWF for Dummies earlier?
Maybe? I did. I hadn't posted in it because I felt like everything that had needed to be said had been said, but I did read it and I thought it was very good.
It was.
Once I saw that she'd signed off on it, I'm like, that's really all the acclamation it needs. If the boss man says it's right, it's right. Yep. And I liked, because I know some folks don't like to read, and I'm not upset. I'm just disappointed. So I know some folks have said that the company concept is too difficult for them. It's too much reading. It's too complicated. I get good. But I thought it was very helpful for Blake to put it in very plain, simple English and just like, here's your step-by-step. This is what you need to worry about. And the thing that I appreciated most about that is that he put winning your matches as the last important thing. And I think that is such a key difference about RAWF. Like, yeah, you can't go out and go 0-14 and expect to get a title match. Like, that's not how any of this works. But I have seen folks...
Winning is also fundamental.
Winning is fundamental, as is reading. But I have seen folks who had, 6-6 records, 7-5 records...
Even subpar, even sub 500 records occasionally have gotten in there.
But yeah, because if you can post your stuff, if you make your scenes, if you talk your head off, and say something worth saying, don't go out there posting in stuff from War and Peace.
And as a caveat to that, we've also seen people with one loss not make the top 25.
Currently, on that list that we read tonight, there is one person out of the top 25 with a 9-1 record. There are several with 8-2 records that are not in the top 25.
You gotta talk, like, even when we had someone here who physically were not able to speak, he got his message across and he was up in the rankings.
I mean, he grunted very emotively.
If Uncle Frank, who literally cannot speak, can get trash talk points, there's no excuse for the rest of you, because I know you can talk.
Some of you we wish you couldn't, but you know.
Some folks I very much wish they couldn't. And yet here we are.
In those rankings I read tonight, only two people are undefeated at 10-0. Neither of them in the top 4.
Steve, it's not that I wish you couldn't speak, it's that I wish you had something worth saying. But I did see something earlier up in the chat, and I feel bad because I didn't say nothing earlier, so I will go ahead and say it since no one else has said it. Kenta, why are you wearing a pink wristband?
Are we not still doing the whole don't ask, don't tell thing?
He said that he were disappointed that no one had asked him about it. And I agree with what Wildy says there. And not everyone talks the same way. Not everyone promos the same way, makes the same kind of scenes. And there's no one correct way to say or do any of this. You need to do what makes sense for your character. If I went out and cut a promo...
Which starts by having one.
Which starts by having one. Having a personality helps. But if I went out there and I cut a promo like Mokorkra, it would feel strange, and people would probably think I were mocking him. And would I do that?
You don't even think you look good in the onesie. It's too big.
You don't think that I'd look good in a singlet?
Not that singlet.
Well, not that singlet, because I'd be swimming in it.
First of all, you'd have a hobo in there, and I don't think you'd be comfortable with that.
Ah, I see, and I understand, Kenta. And I think that is beautiful. So for those of you who are not familiar, the wrestling industry lost a very dear person 6 years ago. And there's been a lot of talk since then about raising awareness about self-harm, about depression, anxiety, things like that, silent killers. And so I will sign on with what Kenta's representing here and say, check on the people you love. Check on the people that you know are going through something. And check on the people that are always checking on you. Because a lot of times those people don't have anyone who checks in on them. So thank you, Kenta, for bringing that up. And rest in peace to Hana Kimura. She was an absolute delight. And she was gone way too soon.
Wildfire, I'm going to do that very soon. You're absolutely right. That locker room needs to be remade.
I think you need to burn the old one down.
I think you're absolutely right. I think that's a great idea.
What better time than Radiversary to make a new locker room?
Absolutely. That might be part of our whole ceremony tomorrow. We're going to christen a new locker room.
Do you have something in the locker room you need to go fetch?
Yes, y'all might want to clean out your lockers because they're going to it's going to be redecorated so if you have anything.
Can I just make sure that we go and clean
Chris,
out
I think that might be more of a reason to want them to burn it down.
Also,
Jason, what in the feck is Devil's Night?
I'm not saying.
What's that, El Vegan?
I said, I also want to say, we just also want to make sure that you go into the storage closet in there and get rid of all that extra spermicide that a certain someone used to keep in there, because you don't want to burn that.
Yeah, I don't know if we need that vaporizing and everyone breathing that in.
Is bad.
All right. Speaking of birthdays, I guess we could take this moment to wish another RAWF Hall of Fame member happy birthday. Mithras the Title Machine.
Happy birthday, Threshing Machine.
Turns 96 today.
Wow,
Saints preserve us. I mean, I didn't realize the Swedish bikini team were also like witches.
Well, that's how he stays young. No, but happy birthday!
I'd stay young for the Swedish bikini team, wouldn't you, Vacant?
I'd stay something for the Swedish bikini team.
I'm not even remotely challenging Mithras to anything, because every time I get in a ring with that man, I end up wishing I hadn't. There's a reason I call him the threshing machine. But happy birthday to him. I didn't realize his birthday were so close to mine.
Yes, I'm just kidding, Mithras. Happy birthday, sir. Wish you a happy birthday and many more. And so there's that. Any final thoughts, Maeve, before we...
I want to ask you the question I asked you last week, and you said you were going to think on it. And I will allow you to answer tomorrow if you still need a little more time.
Ask me again. Go ahead.
What are you most proud of in the 13 years that you've been running here, RAWF here?
I mean, just the whole company as a whole. 13 years, I'm proud of the concept. I'm proud that people get the concept. Some people. I mean, Blake reminded me today, just that RAWF for Dummies reminded me, kind of reaffirmed, because there's been times over the last 13 years when I've thought about whether the way I did things was right. And there's been times when, I doubted it, the whole system. But when somebody like Blake makes a scene like that, yeah.
Well, I'm pleased to hear that, because I love the company concept. I think it's fantastic. I think it is amazing that you are able to keep track of everything that you do. I know that you got help. I know that you got your spreadsheets, but it's still amazing that you do all that you do to keep this company running as smoothly as it does. Because that's one of the things I most admire. Not only the company concept, but the fact that you make it work. Because I have seen other owners try to implement certain things that you do, and none of them do it half so well.
And I have to say, I couldn't do it without the greatest GM staff a man could ask for.
Well, I mean, Unstoppabot does the work of like 27 folks, so, robots.
You have no idea. You really don't. People out there have no idea what everything Unstoppabot does for RAWF.
Can we put Unstoppabot in the Hall of Fame again? Just to be fair.
Don't.
Oh, no. Unstoppabot says no. I retract my offer. I don't want to put Unstoppabot in the Hall of Fame because I am not making that robot mad.
Did you see see its eyes glow?
Yeah, no. That's a trap. And I know which side my bread is buttered on, and it's the side that keeps Unstoppabot happy.
The last time I saw something so threatening with so few words, it was Zombie Ronald Reagan on this show.
Saints preserve us, that's terrifying.
All right, Maeve. Well,
thank you, Bossman, for giving us Radiversary, for giving us RAWF, and for giving us 13 years of your time.
My goodness, this is incredible. Thank you, Maeve. Thank you for everything you've done for RAWF. You have certainly been a blessing as well. And when you say you're here to help, I know you mean it. And it's not.
Are you saying that other folks who say that don't mean it?
No, but
well, I'm glad that you know that I am in fact here to help. I'm gonna head back out to the green room before this leak in my eye gets any worse, and I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Don't leak in your eye. That's not good. All right. At any rate, let's bring him. He has to come back. Let's see if he got the factory reboot. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again, the one and only.
Boots hit the dirt, stealing my stare. Six-pack of engines, I don't fight fair. Rattlesnake blood running through my veins. Mess with the best, you'll be feeling the pain. I'm a renegade, born a ball, raised on rage. Knuckles up, I set the stage. Drinking beer and kicking pain. Ain't no cage can hold my name. A redneck avenger don't need no crown. But you best believe I run this town. From back road bars to the square circle. Ain't no rules when I raise this hurdle. I don't tap out, I don't back down. You cross my line, you're going down.
RA is back, ladies and gentlemen, the Redneck Avenger.
Woo!
And did Razor set you straight? Did he clonk you with Page?
Not yet. Razor, come on, buddy.
Razor,
come on, man.
Hit him.
Yeah, hit me hard because, I need my factory reset, brother.
Oh, Steve says he's saving it for him. I mean,
I don't want to save anything for you. Come on. Come on.
Have you chugged yourself a beer yet?
I've chugged more than my recommended daily allowance of beers. So, hit
all
right,
me really that's hard. All I needed to know, brother. Here
all
it
right,
goes.
Oh,
damn. That was a good one. Hell yeah.
Good Lord.
Woo.
I mean,
man, that's enough to get the blood pumping.
You feel better now?
I feel so much better. I feel like I'm a member of the RAWF Hall of Fame. Hell yes. Woo.
All right. Big match tomorrow against the Paragon of Greatness Powerball Championship. You two had your say face to face last week. You heard his final thoughts. What are your final thoughts going into tomorrow's big match?
My final thoughts is I'm so glad I heard his final thoughts last week. I love Paragon of Greatness like a brother. He is one of the scions, SCIONS, of this company, and it is so nice to get to have a moment with him and go into this. And talked a bunch of shit last week, and shit was talked, and that is perfectly all right because we're there, eyeball to eyeball. I mean, like Rooster, Gawk, we're there. But that's gonna be one hell of a fight. And some of the things, now that it's just it's me, the earlier part was totally about Tigress. I wanted to put her in the Hall of Fame, right? She is someone that is so near and dear to my heart. My things, my issues, my things to talk about don't have anything to do with putting Tigress as the individual into the Hall of Fame. But now we're on my time. Woo! Hell yeah. First and foremost, let me just, what I've listened to tonight. Blake, I've talked to you. You know I love you. I really do. You're a freaking stellar entertainer. But if you are bored with the interviews that are done on this show, show your ass up. Make the time, poke the fucking button, and come on to the show. I understand. Life gets in the way. If your manager cannot manage that, which, believe me, I totally freaking understand, there's this nice little freaking site called Vocaroo. Hello, Root of the Voca, Vocaroo. Record your shit and drop it because we can roll from there. Yeah, you're right, Steve. Sometimes I do have a problem with the button, but I didn't have problems with it tonight because I made sure and had the cursor bubbling over it and ready to go boop. Yeah, and I did. Yeah, man, I am I am more excited than flipping Don Lemon in a prison shower.
I, nope.
Yeah, Becky, you probably don't want to touch that, and that's okay because I want to bring you past that, so you don't have to react to that, and that's okay. Everybody, come on and do your stuff. One of the things that I talked about in Tigress's induction is matter. You don't have to have the championship pedigree. If you want to be in the RAWF Hall of Fame, you got to make what you do and what you say really matter. That's what some don't get because a pedigree is a freaking mathematical equation. You can do math all day long. All you need is a calculator. No one gives two shits about that. Make yourself something that whenever somebody goes on and they hear you are coming on going, oh my, what is this person going to do next? That's what this is about. That's the beginning of what this thing is about. Regular math, use your brain. Thanks, Steve. One of these days, you're on the road, but you're not there yet. You won't be there for a long time. I just inducted someone who has been in this company for, oh hell, I like pushed back some of the years, nearly 8, 9 years of meaningful contribution. And Blake, oh my gosh, don't get me wrong. I love what Blake has done and what Blake continues to do. But it took him years. You're not going to walk in here and all of a sudden, dun, 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 I'm in the Hall of Fame. No, you're not. You're not. You're not even freaking close. It takes blood. It takes sweat. It takes. I hate to be cliche. I won't say tears because I haven't shed tears. It takes blood, sweat, and relevance for you to get off the bench and get in the dadgum game. If you want to be a Hall of Famer here, that is what you do. If you do not push that extra mile, I wouldn't say all the time. Hell, I would say even some of the time. But whenever you make your time relevant. Go, do, and be. Be something. Winning does help. You're right, Griff. But it ain't everything. It's a matter of do you matter? You've hit all those buttons. I will never take a thing away from you. It takes guts. You're right, Kenta. It takes guts. It takes effort. And it takes you putting a piece of who you are in this company to be a Hall of Famer in this company. And oh my gosh, tonight I was so well honored with being able to induct Tigress into the Hall of Fame. She's already been inducted with Hotness as a part of the yeah, as a tag team Hall of Fame. So deservedly so. She is so deserved for her individual accolades, and I am so happy to see all that good stuff happen. But Griff, you're not wrong. I am certainly not against Mark Caliber, and I would champion that. Mark has been Mark has been an integral piece of this company from the time it began. Be something. If you want to be an RAWF Hall of Famer, and on the next Radiversary, have your name announced and have yourself inducted, you got to push the buttons. So, for all those that are out there, it's not about your win-loss record, it's about your presence. And man, I love Blake saying, I looked at it while you were talking about it, saying RAWF for dummies. And he's so completely and totally right. Get in there and do things. Do things. Even whenever it all hits the fan, do something, say something, be a part of something. It does matter if your win loss record does matter. You can't lose 14-0, as Griff said earlier, and I'm with you, Chris. You can't be a slouch and be relevant. But you're right. You need a promo. You need to make your presence known, even whenever it doesn't go your way. Life doesn't always go our way, but our stories can go our way every time if you think, work this intelligently, and be a piece of it. You can do it. There are so many people who have more impressive quote pedigrees as far as for titles won that are not in the Hall of Fame. It has to do with who you are and who you decide to present yourself to be and who you make yourself unignorable. You go out and you do it. You can have a mathematical equation does not have a personality. Be a part, do your part, and have an amazing time, because I know I have. I've been a Hall of Famer for 8 years. I'm sorry, I'm going to do math because math is scary. I've been a Hall of Famer for 6 years, but I haven't won the world title. I haven't won the Platinum Dragon, but I've been present and I've been relevant. That's something that people can take away from my whatever legacy you want to call it. Go and do, be bold, have fun, but do something. Make some sense?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right.
I don't want to put a word in your mouth, all right, but I will say this. I feel like you and everybody that now has that ring, right? I think they've all, in their own unique way, done something that I said about Blake earlier, is that they made themselves undeniable.
Yes. I completely agree with you. You cannot deny who I am. I don't have to have a belt on. But
I mean, please do. I don't want your pants to fall off.
Yeah, I really don't want my pants to fall down. I'm not one of those folks.
Well, because I suspect you free ball.
I will neither confirm nor deny those rumors.
Look, this is nobody can deny you, RA, especially considering you're wearing a tuxedo with a cape right now.
Yes.
And a cowboy hat and an eye mask and holding a beer. I mean, that's undeniably original.
I'm me.
Now, there you go.
The thing is that the other people need to be them.
Yep. So, all that being said, I appreciate you. You also, I was trying to get to the point that you also have a second match tomorrow, not just the one against Paragon, but you're defending that Anything Goes championship against Chris Cage. Any quick thoughts about that before we move on?
Oh my goodness! You get into the ring with Chris Cage, you had better buckle yourself down and get ready for a friggin' fight. I did select the Fubar City Street match because I like to beat the shit out of people with I just do. And Chris is good at beating the shit out of people because, I mean, he's proven himself. This is going to be so much fun. And yeah, Chris, me too. You're damn right. And that's why I wanted this type of match with you because we're probably both going to be spitting out teeth. And you know what? Every damn tooth is worth it. And I couldn't think of anybody else I'd rather do this with than you. Let's have the best time ever.
Yeah, don't try not to injure him too much. He still has the Platinum Dragon and World Title matches later in the night. So,
well, he might do that, smiling a crooked grin. But hey, we'll see how this rolls. I do
all
want
right,
you to beat both those folks. So let's have some fun.
all right, ladies and gentlemen. There's only one. He is the Redneck Avenger. 2 big title matches for him tomorrow at Radiversary. Good luck to you in both, RA. Appreciate you, and I'm sure we will talk to you again very, very soon.
Well, you'll definitely talk to me again for good or ill.
Yeah, for good or ill. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, I believe our final conversation of the evening is with a 4-time Hall of Famer or something to that effect. He is the one and only.
From shadows deep, he rises, a warrior born of fate, with steel in his eyes. The tempest shall not wait. Memento mori, the call echoes through the night. His spirit will not fall. Ready for the fight. Griffin Damian, the immortal one, eternal champion. His war's never done. Hunter of monsters, affection of one. In a world that's broken, he stands with none. The tempest rages. His head held high. An immortal legend that will never
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the immortal Griffith. Good evening, Griffith.
Good evening, Amakins. How you doing?
Amakins? Amakins?
You should probably watch the interview with Sasha. That's all I'm gonna say. Someone gave you a new pet name.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, I don't have to tell you.
At any rate, let's move on here.
That's okay.
Final
you didn't get called daddy on the red carpet, so.
No, I didn't. At least not that I know of. But then I didn't know I was getting called Amakins. Anyways, what's Triple Crown Championship tomorrow? Final thoughts.
Well, now that I know that my wild card is also has to face Blake, I think his chances have gone down considerably. Although apparently he can't show up to talk shit on his own, but he sends his little stable buddy over here to do it for him. So, like I said earlier to you, I'll say it out here. So if he listens up to the replay, he can hear it himself. Chev, you keep thinking all you like, but you should usually wait for those hallucinations for after the concussion protocol.
That's fair. That's fair. And Chev, if you ever want to come on here and say those to his face or say it to your opponent's face, feel free. Uh, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I think I like I said earlier, I think it almost helps you out tremendously. Although DW, we'll see. It's going to be very interesting tomorrow, that Triple Crown Championship. Um, but
I'm looking forward to it. It's Radiversary. It's a great match. It's a great title. I've got a wild card in the match, which I don't always get when I have this belt. I am looking forward to tomorrow greatly. And tonight has been amazing. 3 wonderful inductions, some good speeches. I can't wait. Unfortunately, Tiggs was unable to join us, but I can't wait to hear what she has to say about her induction. I think that's, again, I believe as well that was overdue, and I'm glad to see it was done. And tomorrow night we get two more. We got a little bit of hiccup there. We have 2 more. So, and I already said that one of those tomorrow is the one that I am most looking forward to. See, gracias. Not you. I mean, yours too. You deserve it, but no, Wildfire. It's the one I'm really looking forward
to. Talk to me about this Anne girl.
Oh, yeah. Anne is. How to explain Anne? I mean, if people have been paying attention, she's been around the background between Maeve and I and some others. There's a whole little training group. Maeve is in this company. There's a couple others that are in other companies that, if you pay attention, you may be aware of. But the youngest of them is this young lady, Anne, who I found when she was quite young, and took her in, gave her a place to stay when she needed it, and basically sponsored her into what she wanted to do for a living, which was this sport. And for years she was training with trainers over in England and around the globe. And then she came of age and she started working in the Indies. She's worked a lot in Japan, and apparently she's decided to make her way here and make my life yeah. She's what's the word I want? Handful. She's a handful. A very free spirit. We'll go with that. She and Sasha will get along very well.
Okay, I'll take your word on that. Well, with that being said, any final thoughts about this entire weekend, about the Hall of Fame class, about anything?
Like I said, the one I'm really looking forward to is tomorrow. Can't wait to see that. I have a good match tomorrow. Hopefully, we do what we plan to do, stick to the game plan, and walk out of there with the same title we walked in there with, and and business as usual.
All right, excellent. Appreciate your time. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and good luck tomorrow against DW and Chev. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our first night of our 13-year celebration here in RAWF. Blake Bradley, Haruki, and Tigress were officially now members of the RAWF Hall of Fame. Tomorrow night, Wildfire and this big fella next to me, sitting in his chair with his zombie knee, will also be going into the RAWF Hall of Fame. Are you excited, El Vacant?
Oh, absolutely. I am all a Twitter.
All right.
Also, I think when we have the special session for like the chair and your wig, the zombie knee should also go into that side.
No, I was joking. Okay, we don't need a chair, don't need hair, don't need knees, don't need any of that.
We just call it the archives division. It's just like the relics of RAWF. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has relics all over the place.
I could see us having the RAWF experience where maybe some of that stuff can get displayed. Although how you would have to stand in a glass case with your knee.
Well, I mean, at that
holding
point,
up.
I think we would just put up like the X-rays and stuff of my knee.
Oh, okay. Well, still.
Because you can't have my knee. I'm using it.
And how is the knee even going to accept the award? Does it talk?
How is the chair going to accept the award?
Well, I mean, good point. All right. With all of that being said, ladies and gentlemen, join us tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the rest of the Hall of Fame inductions, more Radiversary talk, and we will look ahead to our next pay-per-view, Philadelphia Freedom. All this tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the RAWF Radio Network. We'll see you all tomorrow. Good night, everyone, from Cleveland, Ohio, Fubar City. I'm Lord Amadeus. He's all vacant. Good night, everybody.
Hasta la bye-bye.